In New Age circles, it is often said that this planet is a school, that you chose to come here to learn, to grow, to experience contrast, that suffering is a lesson, that pain is wisdom in disguise. But what if it's all a lie? What if Earth is not a school, but a prison? Not a place of learning, but a feeding ground, a hell realm designed to manufacture suffering, harvesting energy for something far beyond human perception. New Age spirituality tells you that your soul signed up for this, that every abuse, every tragedy, every horror is simply a lesson you agreed to. But does that sound like wisdom or manipulation? A newborn does not choose to enter a world of suffering. A child does not manifest its abuse. This is not education. This is not growth. This is a cycle of trauma. Humanity is trapped in an endless loop, generation after generation, suffering recycled and repackaged as karmic lessons. But who benefits from this? And what if the creators of this reality are not divine teachers, but something else, something that thrives on suffering? What if Earth is not a school, but an energy farm? From ancient blood rituals to modern economic slavery, the system is the same. Generate suffering, extract energy, maintain control. This is why the world is the way it is. It's not because it's a school, but because the world is basically a kind of simulation or dream designed to create suffering, which then feeds the controllers and creators of the Matrix. The spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle sometimes talks about something he calls the pain body, which is an energy field of trapped emotions that can challenge a person's ability to be present. Tolle describes the pain body as a product of the ego. He says that this pain body feeds of negative emotions, and basically everyone has one until they become awake. This pain body is how the Matrix feeds off our energy. In his book, The Power of Now, he wrote, "The pain body, which is the dark shadow cast by the ego, is actually afraid of the light of your consciousness. It is afraid of being found out. Its survival depends on your unconscious identification with it, as well as on your unconscious fear of facing the pain that lives in you. But if you don't face it, if you don't bring the light of your consciousness into the pain, you will be forced to relive it again and again. So what happens when you stop playing the game? What happens when you stop feeding the system with your pain, your fear, your belief that suffering is necessary? The system only survives if you believe in it. But belief is a choice. The greatest rebellion is being at peace and also not complying with your own enslavement. Peace, happiness, and love are frequencies that are indigestible to the controllers of the Matrix. But these vibrations can only be present when there is also freedom. Without freedom, there is no peace. So, internally, we need to be at peace, but externally, we also need to be free, which implies realizing that authority is illusory. You see, one of the ways in which the Matrix controls us on a practical level in our daily lives is through the fear of authority, and consequently, the fear of what would happen if you asserted your freedom and stopped complying with your own enslavement. While it's important to say yes to the present moment, it's also important to say no to forces that only exist to control us, such as government and any other forms of authority. This is the only way to be free from this prison planet. In a book called Children of the Matrix by David Icke, he wrote, "We are not our physical bodies. That is merely one level of us while we experience this frequency range. The body is a holographic projection that allows our consciousness to interact with the dense physical realm. We are certainly more than our bodies. We are in truth all that exists, has existed, and ever will exist. I am you, and you are me. I am everything, and everything is me. We are not part of that infinite energy from which everything manifests. We are that energy. With this knowledge and understanding, there is no reason to fear authority or anything else for that matter. It's all an illusion that cannot exist without you,